The inspiration came from visiting the factory in Crewe, where I saw the high technology quality in the work and in the handcraft work. So this connection between high technology and handmade work, he was able to work and see what the people over there were doing. And so actually this is what his inspiration came from, and that's why the drawing of this space is like an atelier with a working table where creation starts.
I think before we started the project, we didn't have a huge amount of knowledge about how cars were made. And I think we probably expected, both of us, that it was just a production line and you put something in one end and a car comes out the other. And what was really exciting for us to understand was that when we went to the Bentley factory, suddenly you see all these different ateliers. You have the leather workshop and the wood workshop and the body shop and the paint shop. And the fact that so many of these processes are still done by highly skilled craftsmen, a lot of whom have been in the factory and been in the company for a very long time, and even more of whom would have had a father who'd worked there, sometimes even a grandfather. So there's this real sense of pride in their work. But for us, what really blew us away was the quality of the craftsmanship and the fact that so much of it was still done. Literally the seats being sewn with a needle and thread, the veneer literally being done by people pressing layers of walnut together. So I think for us that was a real thrill.
So we spent time in the factory sort of understanding all these different elements. And during one of those visits, we sort of ended up in front of the light inspection tunnels, which is the last point before the car exits the factory. And these environments are not only sort of visually striking and really beautiful, but they're also the sort of physical expression of Bentley's dedication to excellence. So for us, that sort of made us really, really inspired and made it all come alive in a way. And that's how we ended up on the element of light.
We've been aware of Massimo's work, I think, for a while. We always found it visually very interesting, but we didn't have such a good idea about the ideas behind it. And when we started talking to Massimo, we started getting a bit more background about his thinking. It was really interesting because we noticed even more crossovers than we kind of weren't expecting. Massimo is very inspired by the Renaissance and the idea of perfect structures and the idea that a structure can elevate the user and elevate the inhabitant.
So in today you think a lot about sort of urban planning and how you optimize an environment to optimize how people interact and how people think, whereas during the Renaissance this was not the case. So, and this is something that Massimo is very inspired by, this idea of like perfect architecture and creating spaces for the elevation of the mind, but also this sort of engineering work behind it, and also the artistic and creative input.